Are we up? Howls over Baaz. I'm Jacob Casas.
I'm Rico Savage.
I'm Cat Baby.
And today we have a very special guest that's coming back. This is his second round. He was our actually second power slap guy that we had on. His name is Rayden, the animal Bombardier, right? That's how you say it, right?
That's pretty close.
Oh,
Bombardier.
Bombardier.
All good.
Bombardier.
Smack his ass for messing up.
And he's also known as the California Kid, so I wanted to throw that in there too. But for the people that don't know you, why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself? Go from there.
Y'all know me. No, I'm just kidding. I represent Los Angeles. I am a power slap fighter. I come from season 3. I'm a father. I represent LA, like I said, and I'll be the next world champion in the 170-pound weight class for sure.
Well, welcome back, man. I'm so glad you came back, dude. We're building like a little network of the family over here. Welcome, Kat. This is Kat's first time guest co-hosting over here.
Clap it up.
You know what I mean? Give it a little clap right there, guys. But yeah. So tell us what's been going on, dude.
Oh, I just been going out to these events, just putting myself out there. I'm sure people have seen the clips of me and Dana White recently.
Yeah.
I just invest my time into this, and I put so much effort and emotion into this that it's good for somebody of his stature to see that. And he's like, hey, man, like I seen you put in a lot of effort just to even be here. Like just the sacrifices, even as a pro athlete already, we still have to make sacrifices. And he just gave me my rent money and just paid my rent. So
I seen that shit.
Yeah, that was big. That was all over social media. How did that go down? What happened?
I mean, we got probably 4 million views from that clip. And, I put myself in those lucky situations, honestly, I wasn't supposed to be there at that event. Like, I was kind of having some hard times financially.
But you were supposed to be there, though.
Yeah, exactly. And I felt that. And I took a chance, and I used my finances that I needed to put somewhere else, and I put it to be there. And I took a chance. I saw him, and I walked up with him. There was a kid named Tyson. Shout out to little Tyson. Everybody loves Tyson. All the fighters love him. And Dana White saw him and picked him up and put him into the on the stage.
Oh, really?
And Tyson knows me, so he ran down and jumped back over towards me and his dad, and Dana was just right there. And I was just like, hey, man, I used my rent money to get here, bro. Like, can I be on the next event? Like, straight up. Like, when you get to talk to the top of the pyramid, you shoot your fucking shot. You know what I mean? Closed mouths don't get fed.
For sure.
So I was like, let me get on the next card, bro. Like, I love to fight. Like, let me show you some violence, man. And he said, we'll talk to the matchmakers. And he said, hey, kid, how much was your rent? And I told him, and he brought some racks out.
Yeah, I seen that. He pulled out his wallet. That shit was crazy.
But if you follow Dana White throughout his career, he likes that shit when fighters. When they just
give it all.
Yeah, give it all. They show up. They don't give a fuck. They're there to take a fight, to jump on the card. And people are like, people will drop out and shit. And then that's your spot. You know what I mean?
A lot's happened since the last time I've been here. Like, I've been to a couple events. I thought I was going to compete, but, a lot of people are just kind of waiting,
Let's talk about it. What was the first thing that started changing since we seen you?
So, remember I was hyping up, December 6th, I'm going to fight. December 6th, I'm going to fight. Mm-hmm. And they ended up not going with me December 6th, but I showed up. Every time there's an event, I show up, and I'm there to fight and cut weight no matter what. So just to show them that I'm ready, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I went to that event, and bringing Alan back up, we got to go hang out. I got to see Tequila Alan again.
Yeah, sorry, just twist the mic.
I got you.
Because the sound's going out, then they can't hear you.
Shout out to Tequila Alan. We got to party it up, and I actually got to hang out with, like I said, Dana White.
Yeah.
And this was before he gave me my rent money.
Oh, you got to chill with him and everything?
Well, I got to just speak with him, and he put me in a headlock and was like, dude, I'm just proud of you. And he's like, I love that story. He's like, you're giving me fucking goosebumps, kid. Like, I'm 25 years old, and I just turned 25. So the amount of interactions that I've had with him since just being in Power Slap for a year is crazy. Like, I just know I'm going to see him a bunch more times.
Yeah. So that was the day that you seen him, the conversation you're talking about?
I seen him on a couple different days.
And then the fight that you were talking about, where you said the kid went on stage. So did he book the fight that you're talking about that you wanted on the card? Did he book it that day?
Not yet. Like we're not sure yet. Like so like because the next card hasn't been announced yet.
Okay.
So we're just all kind of waiting. But I expect to be on the next card. You know, the way Power Slap in the UFC works is some of these chess pieces have to move. Like some of these pawns got to move.
It's a process.
For the horses to move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The brooks to move and shit. So, you know, I'm just watching the playing field go down.
I've been seeing you too, like in the backyard doing your practicing and shit. So
Just envisioning everything, man. I envision a violent knockout. You know, I'm not like a violent person, but, you know, when somebody's trying to take food from my table and, you know, from my little boy, and you guys know how I am with my kids.
So
So.
the video that we seen when the dude that you post, the one where he smacks you, like how does that, like, not, I mean, obviously if it hurts, but like, can you walk us through like, how do you feel? And like, how do you get back to your normal self?
You know what? Let him smack you to find that out.
No,
you
we're
know what
not.
I'm saying?
No,
Like, so you can kind of experience it.
You know what I want to know is what made you decide you're gonna spend your rent on it, and like, how did you feel so confident to just go for it, like without even knowing, like just.
I just kind of always been like that, you know. Every time I've ever gotten an opportunity, like
Take
when
chance.
people take chances, I like thinking of it as taking opportunity.
Balls to the
you
wall,
know?
huh?
Right.
Yeah.
Like when people say they're all into what they're doing, I am literally all into it. Even though like I'm already there, I'm still taking chances. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm dedicated, man. I mean, I just drove out to Vegas for another event for them and got to interact with Dana, and that's when he gave me that money and stuff. Like, I've been able to, like, drink and smoke and hang out with, like, Nate Diaz. Just, like, being around big names, just seeing, like, Kobe Covington, Robbie Lawler, Burt Kreister, just so many different names. And like, I'm around those people, and I'm one of those people. And it's, like, sometimes you, like, think about yourself. You're like, wow, like, I'm, like, here with, like, all these names, and it's like I'm supposed to be here. It's like normal, you know.
What are some of the things that you taking from hanging out with all of them?
I'm just always myself. You know what I mean? I don't know if I take anything away from anybody, but I'm just myself, and you know, I tend to just I don't really like try to walk around and take pictures with people and shit. Like I don't feel like that's cool, you know.
Well, like, have you learned anything from
That's
them?
what I meant.
I mean, I guess just carrying. Every time I go there, I'm just a sponge, you know, just learning how to carry yourself. To be quite honest, when I went there in December, you know, I said I've been real serious, but I kind of went there and I got like a little tipsy while I was there the whole time. I wasn't really like on really focused, but I was
you were
ready to fight.
celebrating.
Yeah, exactly. And but this second time around, I just went to Power Slap 12, and I was hiking like 5 miles with Wesley Drain. Like I didn't drink at all. Like I was cutting weight. I was watching people drop out of fights, and I was right there. I even got you know, some amazing people helped me and gave me a room for the week, and I was just like there in this like amazing like room for a week, and you know, you just gotta.
Take a chance.
Just got to be grateful and take a chance, and you know, fuck it, send it, bro.
So you on any cards right now?
You know, nothing confirmed, but so recently Power Slap just announced new people added on the roster. Now, like I know how you guys watch the UFC fights and stuff, and you guys seen the Ultimate Fighter. Just because those guys go into the house doesn't mean that they're in the UFC.
Yeah.
But recently they just added me to the roster. So that's a big thing. Like I was just at the grocery store just getting some milk, and people were like blowing my phone up. Oh, congratulations. I answered this one phone call. I was like, yo, what's up? It was Gianni Corta. He was like, hey bro, congratulations. I was like, what? Like he was like, you don't know? I'm like, no. He's like, they just added you to the roster, like officially. Like you are no longer just a part of the show. Like
you are a Power Slap competitor now.
Right.
Congrats, dude. On
Yeah,
that.
You. That's
So now it's just
cool.
now it's
Not
just
bad.
getting the fight booked in the date.
Yeah, right. And so like now it's not like really if, it's kind of more like when.
Yeah.
And just going to all these events and just taking it all in, just training with all these guys, you know. I really believe I'm gonna be a world champion, man. I feel like Nacho Libre, bro. You know, people think I'm fucking silly and whatnot, but you know.
But you put on a show. I see. I've
sure.
seen a bunch of your clips and stuff like that. You come up with your shades on,
the
talking
face off?
shit, like your face off. Like you put on a good show, and you could tell that that's you. Like you're like,
Right.
hey, I'm here for some real shit. Like I'm here to put in some work, you know. So that's dope. I think that's why too. When Dana White sees that shit, and I think he's like, hey, I want to fuck with this guy. You know what I mean?
You're an entertainer too. You
Right.
entertain.
Honestly,
entertaining.
I'm there to be a showman and to be serious and to show my heart. And I think my next fight is going to be the most violent fight yet. I don't know who it's going to be against, but it's going to be in a different weight class. You know, I know
or lower?
lower. And I know that they're going to give me somebody serious. I'm hoping it's a guy named Stevie Ray Ellis or Tyler Gross. I just want to put on a fucking sick ass show. Like, I just want to. Well, first off, let me get with Tyler Gross is I think that you know, just him being in the rankings.
Yeah.
I just think I'm better than him, and you know, I much credit to him. He's gotten some great knockout. He got a great knockout and stuff, and I respect him, and he's a really good dad. But, you know, we had a little bit of beef in the house, and, you know, I kind of don't let that shit go, you know. And in the beginning, like, bro, like, we're from California, right? Like, we vibing and shit with our plaid on. Like, I pull up to the event.
At breakfast.
like I'm just chilling there at the hotel, and he's all like, oh, look at this guy thinking he's all cool.
Yeah.
Drink your water. And I'm training with Pono, the guy that's going to be on
in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. And me and him are training in the back before we're even in Power Slap. And these guys are like watching me train. And, you know, I just really think
But they're being haters or what?
No. Respect to Tyler. He's just the gatekeeper right now. And I'm at that gate. And, you know, I just feel like I want that number more than him, maybe.
Hyping me up.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know they're watching you.
And yeah, and I think with Stevie Ray Ellis, it's been kind of a bit of bad blood for like since we met a little bit.
Oh yeah, you were like talking about him on here, and then he came in the chat or something. Yeah.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Probably so. It's kind of hard to, like, I really like that fight. I think it would just be the most entertaining fight. Like, honestly, like, it would just be bananas, bonkers. Like, that guy's known to be like he's like getting out of like an insane asylum. You know, I bring that energy. Like, I want somebody to come at me and be loud. I want somebody to scream back at me. I want there to be blood. Like, I want there to be a great show. I want somebody to hit me.
Is there anybody you think that'll give you a challenge or a run for your money?
I think there's a lot of people that would give me a run for my money, but the difference is I'm me and they're them. And
right.
you know, I'm destined to be a world champion. So I hope that they're gonna.
Fuck
You know
that
why I
smack Jacob
believe
right
you?
now.
I believe you so hard because once you tap into that, I can do it shit, and you
Yeah.
do it, it's like there's no stopping you now.
Like I said, I feel like Nacho Libre, bro.
Yeah,
I
you're on a
am,
roll,
bro.
you're on a
I
roll.
believe I am. I think I am,
And
bro.
that's exactly how it works too.
Yeah. And also having just great examples too, like Pono or Wesley Drain or like Alan even, you know, just learning different traits from everybody, you know, and just putting it together.
What have you learned since the last podcast we had? Like, what's like you obviously grown since then. What have you learned since then?
You know, it was crazy. I was looking at how long ago the podcast was. It was about 6 months ago.
Damn, time flies.
And so that means my son has grown 6 months since then.
Yeah.
So just, you know, being a lot more, not that I wasn't responsible, but I'm there pretty much like almost every day, you know, just learning to be the best father that I can be. Like, after you kind of chase your dreams and you kind of like get a taste of that, like, oh man, like I don't have this pressure on my shoulders for my life anymore. Like, I used to be like really like, oh man, I really need to get there. But like, what do you do when you're there? Like, okay, now you can kind of be happy and just kind of strive for your goals. And I've been focused on being Rayden, man, because, you know, after getting announced on the roster, I know that they're going to come to me. So
That's big, dude, that you're on the roster. Like, I'm hyped for you on that shit because that had to be, I mean.
it's pretty sick. Like, when people Google my name, like, not even just like a lot of shit comes up, you know what I mean? But also now the Power Slap web.
He said a lot of shit.
Hey, we ain't gonna move past that. What comes up?
Nothing bad. Nothing bad.
We got some people in the chat right now.
We got Gucci Chanclas. Shout out for watching. Yes sir, my dog Ray. Yes sir, my dog Ray with the 100 emoji. And Lucci. Legend in the making.
Lucci Chanclas.
You know him then?
Yeah. That's my homie Luis, man. Shout
I
out to
think
him.
it's safe to say that his chanclas are in fact Gucci.
His Gucci chanclas are in fact not okay anymore. I will say that.
You
now.
smacked him out.
Thrashed
No,
out.
he's fresh and he's fresh now. He's got some other things to show off now, but those.
That's right.
He showed me a picture recently. Them things are
Thrive.
Done.
What's one of the things that you were able to do once you start becoming successful in the slap industry?
Well, you know, I wasn't gonna really touch too much on this, but because I respect this guy a lot. His name's Charlie Jones. He was my manager. I just left my management team, and just like learning, like, you know, you don't really need a manager. Like sometimes, like, you do, like, but like if they're actually getting you like sponsorships and paying off your daily living expenses by like getting you sponsorships, then cool. But you know, don't let these
That's
guys.
the point of them, though. They
Right.
should be getting you that shit.
But don't let these guys trick you. You know what I mean? I'm not
Exactly.
saying that he did. Like, you know, just because, you know, people sound good, you got to think about like, okay, I'm gonna be paying this guy this much, and like, what is he doing for me right now?
So is that
That's
why
the
you left
purpose.
him? Because he just wasn't getting you anything at the
right?
moment?
But I'm getting myself my own sponsors, right?
There
like
it
I
is.
just talking about sponsors. This is a great time to bring it up. Here, I am going to. These dudes are dope as fuck.
Camera.
Go on here, though, so they can hear you.
These guys are dope.
Comatose
treats. They're cookies. I don't know if y'all want to check these out. These
Y'all
are
want to go into comatose?
No, I'm not going to
Yes. Yes.
Look at
No,
you.
they're not weed cookies or anything. And I got y'all some shirts and stuff too.
So they're just
That's so cool.
regular
they're
good
just-
tasting
they're-
cookies.
They're
Yeah.
regular, just amazing.
He was all
cookies.
scared
I'm
right
not
now.
eating
Yeah.
that shit.
No,
Had me
no,
higher than
no.
giraffe ass.
No, but they've been great. Like I said, you don't need a manager. So like I've been out here doing things like I've been at pro wrestling events and being in front of crowds, and that put me in front of sponsors. And these guys helped me out a lot, and I'm gonna rep them hard as hell every time I go
That's
into
dope.
an event. And yeah,
That's dope, dude. So how did you talk? You just met him at the pro wrestling event? Oh,
yeah.
that's
So
Shot your shot.
yeah, I just messaged somebody, and they asked me to be a guest, and they had like a sold out crowd, and they were like, "This is Rayden." Everybody's like, "Yeah, it was lit, bro."
Hey,
Like
does your son get turned up like that for you yet? Or
he's
no?
so little. He
He's
doesn't
little?
He don't know
understand.
yet.
Dude,
How
so-
old is your son?
He's like a year and 4 months.
Oh, okay.
But he's growing like crazy. I think just taking him on walks, and I feel like I live a double life, man. Because
Yeah.
sometimes I get to go to Vegas and fucking hang out with Nate Diaz and be in front of Dana White, and just things like I wish people could see through my eyes. You know what I mean? But it's cool because I just get to feel it and live it, and it's
Yeah.
just great. But then just going back home and just, you know, hanging out, just taking my son for a walk, or like, you know, it sounds silly, like not that I'm fucking Michael Jackson or anything, but just
No.
like walking in the Ralph's after is cool, you know, just going on.
Dude, spending time with your kids is a bit. I'm a father, dude. So
That's gangster. That's,
yeah,
that's
when,
what's gangster.
when I got my kids, everything else is just gone. I don't go out. I don't do nothing. I just go hang out with them. We go places. We do things. Like that's the way it should be as a father. You know what I mean? You can be the animal when it's time, and then you be the dad when it's time. That's what it comes down
Yeah.
to. You know what I mean? You turn on the animal when you need to. When it's trying to put in work, when it's time to do business, when it's time to get sponsors, when it's time to fight, when it's time, you know, that's when you turn the animal on. But we got to know when to turn it off, and that's like the biggest part of it. You know what I mean? What do they always talk about? They always say that you got to know how to control that. You can become the animal, but you got to know when to control it. Because then you control it with your kids, you control it with your girl, your spouse, whatever the case is. You know what I mean? But you got to know when to turn it down. But when it's time to turn it up, man, it's like it's ready to go. You know, I mean, I know you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
you know, I know that at some point eventually he'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
he
know?
will.
And like I said, I plan on being a world champion, and you know, he's only 1 year old, so I really think like the next 5 years of my life is just gonna be amazing. Like, watch, if you guys see my name again in 5 years, you guys are gonna be like,
What do you mean?
"Damn,
We're
look
gonna
at
be we're
that
gonna
dude."
be
Right,
working with
I
you.
know,
We're
I
gonna be
know.
there.
We're gonna be here at the fights.
I'm
We're gonna
just
be
saying,
doing all this.
you know? Like,
you ain't going nowhere, dude. Your like
Oh, for
career
sure.
is just starting.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just starting. The way you put yourself out there and everything, it's just starting, dude.
You know what's amazing? That these fights that I did were a year ago, right? And like I haven't gotten to fight in front of this audience that I just built up. You know what I mean? So imagine now, like when I started this off, I didn't really do anything with Instagram. Like maybe like I don't know, like 100 followers, 200.
Yeah.
I don't really got that many followers.
Yeah, you know what? When you first
know?
came on, you didn't have that many followers,
No.
and your stuff's already popping off. But
Yeah.
now you're getting like millions of views on certain clips.
Right.
You know what I
right.
mean?
And it's pretty cool, man. Honestly.
The clips. I mean, the views are the most important thing, anyways. That's where you get sponsors from. Is the views.
Yeah, and I was like hiring cameramen and bringing them out there with me, and I ended up firing him, but doing our best to
Gotta
get
go through
shit.
them to get
We had to
the
go
good
through the
ones.
same thing over here, man.
I've fired 2 cameramen in the past already.
Damn.
And just because they just weren't ready for that, like I don't know. You want to try to put people on, but you should probably go like a more professional route or take your lady there with you or
So I was just gonna ask you.
or
So are you
something.
still actively looking for like a team to help you with that, or you're just like a one-man wolf pack now?
I'm kind of a one-man wolf pack. I just started training with my the original guy that got me into fighting to begin with. His name is Jamal Harris MacMeasy. I just trained with him at his gym. He's just he's starting up a new gym. He already has the gym made and stuff, so I've been hitting the bag with him and stuff.
So is
and-
that gym that you posted up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anything happened with that gym that you had a problem with? Remember, that was the gym you like kind of that was your home for a long time. Have they hit you up, or is he still just hating?
Nah, man. People are set in their ways, and
Yeah.
you'll let them set. I'm glad things went the way they went because
Yeah.
those guys are gonna go do those little amateur fights in front of those little gyms and high schools and stuff, and I'm gonna go fight in front of sold out crowds and
In front of Dana
and be
White,
in front of
and
Dana White, and
Nate Diaz, and all these guys, dude.
yeah, exactly, and it's just cool as fuck. Like just being there with Alan, like not that we should talk about this part specifically, but we're like slapping and getting slapped in front of people like after the club and stuff, and like we look behind us and like there's UFC fighters on their phone recording us, and it's just
shit.
it's just awesome, bro. I
See,
live.
we
I
can
live a
make you
life
go
of my
viral right
dream,
now.
bro.
You don't want to go viral?
I'm cool.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to get slapped?
Nah, one of y'all. Y'all should- that's cool.
Fucking slap me. No, I'm just kidding.
She's all, I like it.
No, I'm kidding. Don't slap me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Imagine.
He's all
I'll
quack.
take it like a GT.
She might smack you back though.
Stupid. She'll be all,
That'll be my turn.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. He's a
know.
champion. Let's just not mess with the champion.
Look at them nails. Look at them nails. I don't
You got to
know.
give him the backhand, though.
I don't know. Those might cut someone's face, dude.
Oh shit! But
Last time I was here, dude, it's funny. I didn't tell y'all, but I'll tell y'all now. I was so fucking sick, bro.
Oh, really?
Like, I don't know what it was. I was driving over here, and I just
You were
started
nervous,
yakking
probably.
It.
Oh, no,
I
you were
don't-
just
I don't
sick?
I don't get nervous.
Oh, yeah,
like
you
that.
got up in front of a crowd smacking fools. Like, you ain't
I don't really
nervous.
get nervous
Some
like that.
motherfucker
So,
came in.
like,
We got to get y'all
sometimes-
tested before I come in here trying to get everybody sick and shit.
Sometimes I
Damn it,
just be
Rayden.
feeling like not that good. It wasn't like a sickness. I was like having stomach pains, and dude, I was like laying.
What you ate? Jack in the Box before you came or something?
Bro, I was laying in like a park, like before I got here, and like I was like,
Observe
I was
the
like,
sun.
Fuck. Like, yeah, exactly.
Has it happened to you,
You
since
know.
then? Like, was it anxiety or did you eat something bad?
I haven't spoke on this yet, but I've been having some a little bit of medical issues. That's hereditary, and so I'm just working through it. And
Yeah.
it's not gonna affect my slapping skills or anything
That's
like
right.
that. So don't worry about that power slap. Knockouts are coming, heads are flying.
Besides, once you let it out, you feel better, right?
Yeah, and I'm almost at this point in my life where when I go into power slap, it's like I take this elevator in life where you're always taking the stairs, but sometimes it just drops you off in this random awesome place.
That's
And I
so
just
cool.
know it's gonna like snowball again. So I know I'm like one more fight away from changing my life. I seen a friend of mine, his name's Slap Shady. He's also like from the
Slap
area.
Slap Shady?
Yeah, he's badass, dude. Covered in tattoos nearby. He's like Steve-O, bro. He's crazy
Oh,
as
yeah?
fuck. He just had a nasty knockout, man. It was scary because I knew the other guy too, and just like watching their eyes, and you just see people around you that are like literally like your peers and your friends, and you see them making more money than I've ever seen before. And it's like, wow, like my friends that are also like, that have like a similar record to me are on big ass billboards in Las Vegas and big ass LED lights. And it's like, I take so much inspiration from that.
Damn.
We take inspiration from each other, bro. Like I ain't a hater by no means. I hope we
Yeah.
all make it. And I just fucking love seeing that shit.
Dude, I'm
man.
loving the tee. Real quick. Show the tee off in the camera, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That shit's dope.
I look weird trying to stand up.
California kid.
That's
Yeah.
dope,
That's dope.
dude.
I like that too.
Looks like Jacob. getting smacked.
Oh, shit. It looks like you, actually, man.
Emphasizing on the
Get your ass
slap.
right now.
Yeah, so this guy's name is Joshua Newson. He defeated me in my last match, and he just got defeated in his last match, and I was there screaming my ass off at him because I knew he was gonna.
Was it a knockout?
No, he got disqualified for flinching, And on the show, like, they don't really call a lot of fouls. And, you know, it's my fault for losing the way I did, whatever. But, you know, that guy fucking flinches a lot, you know. And I heard he might be moving down to my weight class. And I just know that, you know, I'll see him again one day. And I think, yeah, exactly, man. Just as a man, I'm not going to let nobody do some shit like that to me. And I don't even give a fuck if I think it's a foul. Like, I'm not going to let some dude fucking do that shit to me. Like, I will see him again. I don't care how big he is. He's coming down to my weight class again. So, you know, I'm a dog. I had some dehydration issues and stuff like that. And that there's no excuses. I just seen people like Isaiah Rodriguez and Vern Cathy. They get knocked out, right, in their second match, or they lose their second match. Next thing you know, they're fighting for championships. They go on a 4-fight win streak, 5-fight win streak, or they fight that same guy that knocked them out, and they end up beating them. It's like, you know, I really believe in myself, and I think no matter what I do, we're going to end up having to run that match back again.
So say it. What are you going to do to him? What are you going to do to him next time?
Show him right here.
I mean, to be quite honest, I think I would have hit him pretty well. It was my fault for going a little high, you know, but I've been training my ass off, bro. I'm so much better than a year ago. I had never smacked anything in my life when I had fought these guys. You know
Except for bitches, huh?
I'd never done that shit before.
You never smacked nothing down?
I mean,
I'm going to practice our Rico whenever he leaves.
No, but just being able to dial it in and go to these events and learn from these people, you know, that have been around. Just taking it in like a sponge. Like, I'm going to be a completely different fighter and a smaller weight class. Those guys are going down.
So, because I know that the like smack, there's like so many rules to it. So you can't pivot. There's like a lot of things. So why don't you break it down a little bit?
So when you line up to smack somebody, you have to tell them what count you're going on. You can't. There's like. You can't hit them.
All right,
like
stand up, cat.
above.
Cat, you guys stand up. Show him. Show.
You
Don't
can't.
play with me.
You can't.
I know you're gonna get it.
Good.
Keep going. That's all right. Good.
You can't hit them like
On the mic,
above the eye or like below the chin and the neck. You can't lift your feet up too hard, but they've been kind of getting more lenient on the rules.
So it has to be in between the eyebrow and the chin, like in the
Gotta
like the
be
cheek mark.
like,
Can you cock it back? Like,
oh yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. But yeah, I mean, honestly, who gives a fuck about the rules? I mean,
I know.
Knock this motherfucker out.
I just know I'm trying to knock somebody out next match. I don't give a fuck, dude. And I hope it. I really hope it's that guy Stevie Ray. And you know, it's kind of hard to take some people seriously after, like, you know, I don't know. I feel like they bark, but they're not really taking it seriously. But it would be a good fight. And then they're all surprised. Oh, I made it on the roster. Yeah, dude. Fucking cut weight, fat ass. You know what I mean? Like, shit. Like.
well, like while they're out drinking and having fun, you're focused and doing your shit.
No, for sure.
Is it harder to cut weight or gain it?
It's harder to cut weight. But I've been real professional. Like, ever since I did my fight for the Muay Thai fight, like a little bit over a year ago or maybe less, I've been taking myself seriously. Like, I'll be cooking food. I've been dieting real well, and it's a lifestyle. It's not really like, I mean, sometimes like I'll come back from, like, I went to that last event and I cut to 170, and it kind of took. Low-key kind of took a little bit out of me. So when I came back home, like, I was just, you know, munching out right now. Like, I'm probably like 15 pounds over, which is cool. Like, you know, like I know I look better, like skin, like body type wise before, since last time I was a little bit bigger.
Speaking of the Muay Thai, do you plan on doing anything outside of the slap boxing? Like
bro, I was going
MMA
crazy on the bag yesterday, bro. I was like, wow, I'm just smacking people and I could be doing all this too.
So that's where the money's at right now, though, huh? Where
yeah,
you're at,
I'm looking at just to be active. So I'm hoping that one of these slap matches take off, and like I said, let these pawns go first, and then let the Brooks and the Kings let's go second or third. You know, so I'll be patient as I need to be. There's people that are 2-0 that are waiting. You know, I'm 1-1, so I know there's people more deserving, but I think I'm more exciting.
Yeah, well, you're showing up too, and Dana likes that shit.
Yeah, and you know, I have the proof, you know, like no matter what anybody thinks in my life, what I need to do or what I don't need to do, I know that I'm a small decision away from changing my life forever for me and my son. And I just want to be happy, just want the bills paid for.
You got it. I mean, because the difference between you and a lot of people, you put yourself in a position to be seen and to, you know what I mean, be talked about in that room. You know what I mean? Even if you're not on the card, but Dana White and Megan said like, "Oh, I remember Rayden," or
Yeah.
he's gonna think of you when something comes up.
For sure, like I know that he knows me now. As many times as I've had interactions with
And
Dana
that
White
online
now,
thing with the rent thing, that's just everywhere.
yeah, no, that was pretty sick. I was like pretty in shock after that. I went and sat down and the champion that I'm gunning for, Babyface, and he's a G, bro. I actually fuck with him a lot. He's cool as hell. He went and sat down next to me and was like, "Hey, bro, just like no, like, you know, you deserve it." And you know, I'm glad to see somebody like you in my weight class because you're the type of people I want to fight. And you know, don't be too shocked because you know, like you deserve it. Like you're in this life now.
That's
You know what
dope,
I mean?
dude.
That's so
It seems like you're friends with a lot of people you fight. Like, how do you do that? Like, I can't. I could be friends with kind of, but like you're friends with.
Well, I
people
used
you
to fight my brother in MMA.
Rico
That's
said he's
different.
petty.
That's your brother.
But I used to fight him, like actually fight him.
and you can't change that it's your brother. He can. Like, he don't have to see these motherfuckers every day, and you're friends with them, and you still can beat them up.
You know,
Like,
some of them
I can't do
actually,
that.
like I'm pretty chill, right?
I'm too
but
nice.
like when I know that I might fight somebody, and I'm like, "Yo, man, like I think we're gonna fight." Like I don't want to say any names, but like some people get a little upset at me. You know what I mean? Like this guy acts real nice, but then he wants to fight me. I mean, like, what do you expect? You know what I mean?
Part of the job.
That's
Yeah,
part. That's
exactly.
still the job. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
Right.
Like when I used to train, dude, I was cool with all kinds of people, and we had to like beat the shit out of each other. And then afterwards, we're like, damn, that was a dope ass thing you did. We
I was like,
pounded
don't
each
touch
other.
me.
It-
Don't touch me.
It
Knock me
actually
out.
even shows better character
yeah, it
that
does.
you
And-
can put yourself in those positions
Yeah.
and get smacked and still be like, yo, that's.
And I'm
was
gonna
hell.
say
Yeah.
this. I'm gonna say this directly. Tyler Gross, like I fuck with you a lot, even though we had some shit go on a little bit in the house. Like I respect you. You're a great fighter. You're a good dad, but like you're the gatekeeper. Like it's not like I'm coming at you personally. I'm not trying to talk shit to you, bro. Like I just think you're that gatekeeper. You got that number, and I'm at that gate. It's nothing personal. And when I message you, like, hey man, I'm having visions. I'm having dreams of us fighting. And, you know, I might sound like a crazy dude, but I envision him screaming at me, just, ah! And he has a big ass beard like me, too. And I just know that fight's going to happen. All these fights that I think that are going to happen. And, you know, I haven't said what happens after he screams, but I think y'all know what I'm thinking. So,
Damn. So what have you done in your training since a year ago? Like, obviously your training's developed, right?
I've been dieting like crazy. Because what I've noticed in my last fight, so in my first fight, I was actually like
mic.
trying to gain weight to get to 185 because I was cutting to 170 and then somebody failed a drug test and then I had to go up to 185. So I was like drinking smoothies and shit, you know what I mean? And then the second one, I was really like, it was kind of a hard cut and like one of the weight scales were off. So I was like in the sauna like last minute, like right before. And I think that kind of affected me.
Fight.
Yeah. And
I heard that affects a lot. Even like
draining,
anything, MMA, all that stuff, it affects you. That's what
Draining?
yeah.
the difference of, you know, fighting somebody that had, I don't know, honestly, less power, and this guy had already had experience and from the last week too. Like, you know, Josh is a great fighter, man. I just think I think we're gonna fight 3 times, man. I think I'm gonna beat him next time we fight, and then we're gonna fight again, and we'll see what happens.
Damn.
I think that's just how winning works. Like you win and then you lose, but then that lights that fire under your ass. So you're just like,
Yeah.
you know
I mean,
what?
all the
It's on
greatest
now,
have
you know?
lost.
Yeah. I think it's just
Floyd Mayweather hasn't.
Oh, he's dude, he's a whole nother like type of beast,
He's
man.
lost in
Like,
so many other ways.
true.
Yeah,
True.
right.
That
He
part,
wins
yeah,
some
that
in
part is
the-
true. In life, you're gonna lose no matter what. At some point in time.
yeah, but
But
you
it
know,
builds character, and discipline is hard. Discipline is real hard.
Yeah.
Staying
It's always
consistent.
harder to lose weight than it is to gain weight. It's harder to get up early than it is to.
I would say
to
discipline
not.
is just respecting yourself.
It's
You know
harder
what I
to
mean?
not have that drink when your friends are out there and you want to go too, right? Am I not?
I mean, for me, it's like food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
To
fuck.
remove
Like, I just
drinks.
want to like eat some shit. You know what I mean? And just
and
like,
then you got the cookie deal.
yeah, bro,
Right?
I know, dude.
You're like, hey, it's part of the deal. I gotta eat it. You know what
Bro,
I'm
he
saying?
just brought me like my own box of cookies, and I'm just like,
see
I
him?
already munched like a bunch of them out, bro.
That looks so good.
Bro, they are good, bro.
Cookies
honestly.
are my weakness, man. I don't
Is it?
want to look at
Maybe
that
Wow,
shit.
look
is this
into
Rice?
sugar-free
Is this Rice
sponsors.
Krispie treats?
Huh?
Is this Rice Krispie treats on top of it?
I'm not sure, man.
Oh, I got this one.
Yeah, I think those are.
Well, he
Rice
always
Krispie
just instill the
treats.
good shit like right away.
It's Rice Krispie treats.
I know he grabbed the box right
had
away.
this
I know. I was like, this
All
one.
right, this is mine. You guys could.
He was checking hats and
He's like, you guys
shit.
can have
No,
the scratch.
that's Little Costas. That his son stealing my shit.
I wanna show this to you guys. There is a great man named Vern White. He's making fan photos or fan like autographs. Like, look at
Oh,
this.
that's
man.
dope,
Like,
dude.
he's like a trading card, dude.
That is
And,
cool
He can make
of
he makes
you.
those.
He's making them like out of his heart for like all these power slap fighters.
This is Howls over
And
Baaz cards.
you
Dude,
know,
he's
I
getting.
just-
You see?
Dude, Power Slap is blowing up, dude.
It'll be like one of those things that's like
Get some
limited
Howls over Baaz,
edition, and it's
Right.
like
holographic
quantity,
cards.
you
That'd be
know?
dope.
They only made a certain.
I've
amount.
only signed like 6 of those, right? And I know he made them, and this is one of them. So it's
That's
badass,
dope.
you know. I think soon Leave Trading Cards needs to release California Kid official trading cards. This is badass, but we need some official trading cards for myself and people on season 3 like Pono, myself. I'm just ready to get some
He'll
matches.
be on the
in, man.
roster, huh?
Dude, I'm excited to be on the roster. I mean, like I kind of knew I was. On
How
the
many
roster.
people on the roster right now?
So I don't know exactly how many people, but get this: like 600,000 people signed up for the show that I was on, and I didn't
Yeah.
sign up at all. I did not sign up. They found me and asked me to be on the show.
Oh, sure.
And then out of those 600,000 people, 24 people made it to the show, and out of those 24 people, like 12 people made it into the house, which is me. And then out of those 12 people, like there's another round, and then another round. Like I got real close to the end, man. Like it's just
How'd they find you?
when
Seen
I
him smacking somebody online.
I did a Muay Thai fight, and it was cool. Like I was sleeping at the beach, like you guys know, and just kind of staying diligent. Like I had broken up with my kid's mom, and just because some people don't believe in your dreams, and that's not the type of people that you need to have in your life. And even if they're like blood or like not everybody needs to be in the same relationship. You know what I mean? Like especially for your kids. Like I like the relationship that I have now. Because like I get to go there and just co-parent with her and just be dad, and we don't argue, and I think it's a lot better that way. And not to get too deep, like she just had another baby, you know what I mean? Which sounds crazy, but like
your baby's 1 right now.
yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah. So you know what? Good for her. Like I want to break the cycle of like fucked up people, bro. Like I don't want to be like a bad secondary person that's around the house. Like I want to respect that person as long as they're not drug addicts or gang related. Like I'm trying to break that cycle. Like let's be all good co-parents. You know what I mean? I have some great examples from my aunts and
Amen to that
my
shit.
uncles and stuff, and just I just want to be like a great man. I don't want to like have any problems for my son's life, anything for my son, man.
That's what it's all about, dude. Like same thing. I
I
got.
see him and I'm like, yo, what up, man? I hope you're having a good day. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, you're helping me raise my son in a sense.
No,
You know
that's
what I
cool.
mean?
See, most people don't do that. See, I co-parent with my baby's mama too, and dude, it's just easier. Like the kids are when you guys have a good relationship, the kids are happy. When you're like down talking each other, the kids no matter what, it affects them. They act different, everything. But when they see you have a good relationship with each other, dude, my kids are just happy. They just walk around happy, dude. So I think that's the best thing to do. Like we talk about being a father on this show a lot, and in every sport, every different aspect of people that we bring on, that's always something we talk about. And dude, like being a good father is the biggest thing, dude. It is. I mean, the thing is we're gonna have all this stuff, but at the end of the day, we're gonna get old one day, and we're gonna have our kids. It's gonna all be about them.
I think the biggest gift we can give our kids is just our time.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes it's hard because, through co-parenting and things like that. But if you're just giving as much effort as you can personally, and you're there pretty much every day, you're going to be in their life. So,
Yeah.
just be patient. And even if other people are treating you bad, that doesn't mean that you got to be bad, just because, like I said, just because people aren't treating you bad doesn't mean you got to be a bad person. You can still be yourself. You know what I mean? And even if it bothers them, fuck it.
Like
you
be
know?
the change. I like that.
Right.
At the end of the day, when you like die, you're still gonna take your moments in time. So that's all you're gonna take. So your moments in time with your kid, all the good stuff, like partying, all that stuff, that's not gonna go with you, man. It's your moments in time.
And, not to bring it back up, but when she had her baby, I sent her a box of these. You know what I mean? She's like, hey, like, I hope, good luck. And, I also got her like a thing of diapers too. It's nothing like, there's no ill will. I'm not interested in her like that. It's just, I just want to be like the best human that I can be possible.
It's about.
And I want to be as happy as I can be. So, like when I took a chance and lived in my car and then got found by the company, it was like the stars kind of aligning. Like,
Yeah.
I work extremely fucking hard, but I know how lucky I am too at the same time. And I'm like really grateful for it, even just to be here. So
I think a lot of people that are really successful, a lot of them possibly, I'm just speaking for myself even, have gone through those moments where you do stay in your car. And like nobody really knows about it, but that's what lights that fire under your butt to go do it.
And a lot of people didn't know like that was happening to me at that time, because like that's not something that I want to like,
Tell everybody.
put
Because
out
I don't
there.
think it should be a reason for weakness, like a reason for wanting better. Right?
I wasn't like proud of it, but just thinking about it now, like I was like living on the side of the beach and I was like actually like, it's not like me to say this, but I was pretty suicidal, but I just had a baby. So I was freaking the fuck out on the inside and I didn't have a lot of food and I didn't, go through the government assistance. And just to get that call, like I was still training every day. Like I'd go take a shower at the gym and stuff like that. And, that wasn't bringing me money, but little did I know, like I was putting myself out there for something lucky to happen. You know what I mean? And it was sick just how it paid off. I'm glad it went that way.
Well, believe it or not, dude, there's been a lot of guests on here that were living in their car. And they're all like on the rise.
Doing something better now.
Yeah, dude, you're not the only one. A lot of guests that are trying to make it push and push. Let me tell you this dude, right? This guy that I've been talking to. He's not the guy we brought on, but he makes comic books. He has his own whole universe, everything. He was living in his car. He was suicidal. Okay, he was a teacher, but he put everything he had into his books. Everything, every last penny. He wanted to commit suicide. He had all this going on in his mind. His book took off. He's making about $400,000 a year on his books now.
Damn.
He's bumped up. He got his own place out there now, like a nice place. And now he even opened up like a juice bar and all kinds of stuff. But his books are going crazy. He just went back and forth with Netflix. They want to make one of his books a movie or a show on Netflix.
Wow.
So like, dude, I'm telling you, push. This is real shit. Like you push like you do, you showing up, you're trying to make shit happen. It fucking happens.
It's bound to happen. Yeah.
It happens. I've seen it. This podcast is like blowing me away. Doing the podcast, seeing what these people are doing in their life, and they don't give up, dude. They just keep fucking going and going and going. They don't give a fuck. They'll fucking like you did. You spent your rent money to go out there to go to the power slap thing, and look what happened to you. Like it's happening to people,
dude. It was honestly, that was scary. It was scary, but at the same time, I just had to be there. You know what I mean? I just knew I had to be there. Something told me, like, hey man, you got to fucking be there. Like, what if somebody drops out? What if, We
got to bring all these people together. They'll be like, fuck, like all these people that we've been bringing on that's done that shit. Imagine you guys would,
Like, let's talk about
dude, we could bring everybody on together. They'll be like, dude, you did that shit too. You did that shit too. That'd be crazy.
That's what's so great about going to these events. You just find other people that are so like-minded. And, like I said, we all motivate each other. And, it's just good to be around that. Because I'm a lone wolf, bro. Like, I'm not really around anybody. I'm around my son and, people been in and out of my life even just in the past year and just kind of always by myself on holidays and stuff like that. So
I get it, man.
Yeah.
When you get when you're not with your girl no more, shit changes. You're by yourself a lot.
It's lonely
Get
at
it,
the top.
man.
Lonely at the
I
top.
get it. But dude, you're doing it. You're making things happen.
Yeah.
You know what the
Keep
best
doing
thing is
that.
too? When we are trying to cut the things that have been happening to us our whole lives, right? And being a dream chaser, you get to teach your kids that they can dream
Yep.
big too.
Yeah.
And that, it does come true. Like you have to really believe it.
That's
And
exactly it.
re-teaching the new generation that you don't have to necessarily fit into the society's
norm,
norm. Like you can follow your dreams.
Dude, my son, I tell him something that I don't remember telling him. He absorbs it like a fucking sponge, dude. Everything you do, your son is going to be looking at. So he sees, oh, look, my dad did it. I can do it. My dad did this. My dad did that. I'm like, dude, I don't even remember telling you that. Like, he's like, Dad, you can do it because of this, and that. I'm like, where'd you get that from? He's like, you told me that. I'm like, damn, like I'm telling you, dude, like your son is gonna look at all that stuff. He's gonna see what you did, where you came from, what you were doing, and he's gonna be like, I can do anything because my dad can do it.
It's just cool seeing them grow, and yeah, hopefully he doesn't want to get smacked when he gets older or anything like that.
Well, that's the whole point. You take that on for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're taking the abuse.
No.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
do the smacking, so he wanted to do the smacking.
And then getting back into how you were saying, like, don't stop being a good person. You know why? I bet a lot of those people that you were hanging out with, smoking, chilling, it's even cool that you were involved in that part of it because that's when their guards are down, you know? But I bet you they know a thing or two about strangers being cool with them when they were barely getting in there. So it's like a thing that you kind of want to like pass down to other people. And it's pretty cool that just like somebody helped you. I bet you're going to get the chance one day to be able to help somebody in that same way.
that's
because
true.
of your
Circle.
mindset,
Full
you know?
circle.
You know,
And it happens a lot at the top. 'Cause at the top, it's not.
just shout out to Pono Pao real quick, man. And like we said, he's gonna be on the show real soon. He's been like a big brother figure to us, and just you know, just being able to hook it up in so many ways. Like he's been receiving blessings for all the great work that he's put in, and he's like reflecting all those blessings back off onto people like me,
As
and
it should be,
his friends, and you know, he sets a real good example for me to want to do for other people, like you said. And honestly, if it wasn't for Pono Pa, I wouldn't have been there that week.
Oh,
And,
really?
You know, sometimes he's one of those stars that align, and you know, he's a part of that process. And I'm just so thankful for him and his wife Marissa, and his son's also name is King. You know, I love their family, so that's gonna be a great podcast when they come over here, dude.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy, man. Like you kind of set the tone for the Power Slap guys coming on.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy.
I mean, I'm just myself, but I know I have one of the more poppin' personalities, you know, out of most of the people, you know, so.
You gotta, man. Like people gotta know what you're about, but sometimes it just comes natural. Yeah. You know
I
what
think,
I'm saying?
like you said earlier, I have that animal switch that I turn on, and, you know, I just think it's good to be real and yourself and to be as genuine and as cool as possible and fucking happy and try to be cool people, not be an asshole, and you know, defend your cubs.
Yeah,
you know,
and if people don't
shit.
like it, fuck them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's how I look at it.
exactly.
Like, not everybody likes that kind of personality. I noticed too, even with me when I was growing up. I don't give a fuck though. Like, I just keep it rolling.
And it's crazy. Like, not everybody can keep up like with the lifestyle as like a friend or even a partner.
Yeah.
Like I had
That's why you have a lot of them.
He needs to be on DNR. Why aren't men on DNR?
what is
curious.
that?
It's a
The dating,
dating
I know you see the dating relationship ones with all the girls.
with the segments where we talk about
We're supposed
that.
to be-
And we talk about that
We're
a
supposed to.
lot, though.
We're actually supposed to do
How-
one in a couple weeks.
Yeah. We got 2 coming up actually now.
And it's always a panel of girls, but we always discuss
So what?
how...
A panel of girls.
Oh, these are a plot on
No,
girls. I was
sorry,
like,
a panel. Yeah, and a plot. Yeah, you guys be
I'm
plotting.
we're always
Nice.
right. We're always
No,
right.
so it's pretty much like we discuss how that does interfere with relationships. Like this type of atmosphere isn't for
Yeah.
everybody.
Well, this is what happens a lot. Women can't like on the
Handle.
come up. On when you're coming up, they don't like waiting. So they're
There
like
you go with
they-
the
they
women.
also-
they're
think it-
annoyed. Like
See? Plotting.
But once you make it, they're like, oh, I've been here the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well, they think
yeah,
it's cool at first, right?
Yeah, at first, the
At
very
first, they're
beginning.
like, "Oh, it's cool," and as time goes by, they're like,
You know,
"This
exactly.
isn't what I really
Whatever.
want out of
Exactly.
my life."
And then when the girls start noticing you or something too, then I mean you're gonna be out there with Dana White and
It's
all
like,
that
this
shit.
is how I met you. Like,
They're
why
like,
you
wait a
complaining
minute.
Would you
now?
Yeah.
be comfortable if you started dating someone that wasn't in the same kind of light, and it was vice versa?
I mean, like if they were like,
If they were being like, "Oh my God, it's blah blah blah."
I mean,
you
I
know,
never really thought about that. I don't really think that.
Well, the girls are gonna come for you, dude. Like you're already.
I mean,
dude,
yeah.
you're shining. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta wear the earphones, dude, because all the cool
They're
stuff is coming out.
playing-
They have
Oh,
like noises
man.
being
Sounds.
played and shit. You'll see it when you watch the show back, dude.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it back for sure. Yeah, no, just like with the choices that I've made over time, I think like I just have choices in my life. I can do kind of what I want, and no matter what I do in the next couple months, nothing's gonna change the fact that I got some big ass bills coming towards me, and with
There you
those
go.
big ass bills, I'm putting investments down, and you know, I'm gonna start like a t-shirt printing company. I'm gonna start a like a wax pen thing. I don't know if I'm even allowed to say that. You know what I mean? But like,
Plant the seeds and they will grow.
yeah, no, but like I already know exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm just like you said, planting seeds. Like no matter what I do in the next couple months, it's not gonna change the fact that I'm gonna be stepping on that stage. So if I just earn an honest dollar and just be Rayden and make sure that I'm there for my son and be happy every day, that shit's gonna come to me like real quick. So it's all good.
So with all the power slap competitors, a lot of you guys get along then, huh? Some.
I try to be nice, but some of those guys are a little fake, bro. Like I remember I called out that dude Chris Debo. I don't know if you remember me saying his name.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him out a little bit right now too. He just got knocked the fuck out, dude. Honestly.
Damn.
Damn,
You got knocked the fuck
Bro,
out.
no, he really got knocked the fuck out, dude. Like bad, bro. Honestly, and just the way he fell, it was just like, bro, like it was like he was like one of those dummies, bro. But like I don't know, these guys like want to act like they're fucking great, but they don't want to take their training seriously. Like he's like, oh, I'm eating a hamburger a day, and this dude's like having like I'm not gonna go into details of his life, but he's having a tough time in his life, and it's like you would think that's when you really fucking be serious and you don't fucking play around and you're ready for these opportunities, but no, you're not, because you're a fucking dickhead and you shouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah, what he said.
Off with your head, Chris. Honestly, Again, 2 in a row, dude, you're done. Honestly.
So he got knocked out 2 in a row?
No, he's about to.
Oh, okay. Oh shit.
Yeah. He was acting all cool to me and shit. Like I was driving him around and like we were smoking and like, you know, he helped me out with some parking passes, and at some point he just like flipped, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Like
So he was being cool with you and then he just stopped being cool with
yeah,
you?
but
like,
that's how people be in the fight game. You know what I mean?
That's how girls are. I'm surprised to hear that dudes do that.
that is kind of weird.
You heard it from a girl.
Yeah, that's female behavior, sir.
People have soft skin in the fight game.
That's weird when you're like cool in front of their face and then you act all weird, you know, behind their back. And
yeah,
shit.
and it's like he's like acting like he's gonna press me physically. Like some of these guys only like slap. Like I actually fight. You know what I mean? Like you might get hurt. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm just being honest. Like not that I want problems like that, but I mean hey, it's not my problem. You know, fuck it. Dude. Like
Yeah.
I'm from not a nice area, so I am now, but.
You're like, should I had to fight to get here?
Yeah,
You know
honestly,
what I mean?
I did, bro.
Literally.
So I lived in Atlanta, Georgia for a while, so there was a lot of like gang-related stuff, and I went to juvie for a little bit, and yeah, just had to get out of there. I actually moved to California because I told the judge I was gonna leave like immediately after I got off probation, so that's exactly what I did. I was like 280. I was fresh out of juvie. My grandma like put me on this like diet, and you know eventually I got down, dude, and yeah.
Damn, how long were you in juvie for?
Not too long, just like a couple days to like a week, man,
Oh,
honestly.
okay.
And it was just for fighting and like gang related activities. I got out real quick. I was like on probation, like house arrest for like 6 months. I turned in a bunch of cans for the homeless, and so I was able to get out early, and I told them I was
that's cool.
leaving, and you know.
You're like, I'm out this motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I mean, I always wanted to live here anyways. I mean, it's crazy, like, just having visions of being, like, a pro wrestler or a fighter just through video games and just, like, moving here and just, like, the process just kind of happening.
And they hit you up. Out of all that, they hit you up. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So
That's
you
so
used to be
dope.
big? I'm over here still thinking about. They said 280.
I
You used to be,
still
like,
feel big, honestly, but yeah, no, I used to be
Dude,
like
props
280.
to you. I used to be like 2 something too.
Thank you. Damn,
Yeah, I know,
damn.
right? It's hard. That's right. See?
But it was like a lot of dieting, and then
Yeah,
just
I get that.
eventually, it took a while, honestly.
Damn, 280 is big. Yeah, 280.
That's why
Yeah.
you're so cool. You know, I have this.
I fight one.
Because he was big. He used
No,
to
I
be
have
big.
this belief that it's because when we're big first, it's like you learn to get by on your personality, on your like, you know, it's your, you know,
Yeah.
it's different. You're not just like cute. you know?
Honestly, I wasn't.
Here she goes.
I wasn't like the coolest kid growing up, man. Honestly, I got bullied a lot, and people didn't really fuck with me. Like,
Oh, really?
I think a lot of people thought I was kind of weird because they're like, this kid wants to be a WWE wrestler, or this guy wants to be in the UFC, but look at him. You know what I mean?
So
It's
you
just
used
like,
to really dream about that when you were a little kid?
oh, yeah. I've been training since I was 12 years old, but I mean,
You were meant for this shit then.
that doesn't mean that like I was like ripped, since I was 12. It's just I was there, you know what I mean? I threw myself into those classes.
A lot of wrestlers were
They
big.
say
Though.
that a childlike mind is the key to really manifesting your dreams, because you have to really believe it. You have to tap into this like part of your brain that really believes that you belong there.
We
And
got to be a little
that's where it
crazy,
starts.
for
Yeah.
sure. Because
Yeah.
people think you're. I mean, it is crazy. You're just creating something in your mind.
There's a lot of
Natural man.
people that don't like watching WWE, like they make fun of it and stuff like that. And it's like, just as a kid, like I don't know, growing up, I never really grew out of it. You know what I mean? Just watching it, like just always been entertained.
Well, it's most adults that make fun of it when you're a kid. Even when
Right.
the people who are
But
making fun of it
I'm
now,
an
they used to
adult,
watch
I'm just
it.
like watching it, and I'm like,
you
oh,
didn't think
okay,
it-
it's still cool. Like I'm watching these guys come out and like entertain like thousands of people selling out shows. And I just went to like this wrestling event called Micromania where these guys are many people, but they come out and like they have really good matches. And I thought it was gonna be like a little bit more comedic, and it was. But those guys are like legit, bro. Like all those guys
They're
in
athletes.
Micromania, they're like, yeah, they're athletes. They're they have that disability of being shorter. They're traveling there. They're putting up the ring. They're taking down the ring. They're selling out 15 shows in a row. Like wow,
Damn.
like dude, like I only get to see a crowd like every so often.
Yeah.
They get to do it like all the time. So I think maybe eventually I'll transition into some pro wrestling or. I'm a fight till the wheels fall off, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sky's the limit.
It looks like
Yeah.
it's your thing, man. Like it looks like that's where you belong. You said you've been dreaming about it since you were a kid, and dude, you got hit up by the big. I mean, come on, UFC owns Power Slap, dude, the biggest freaking company in the world. You know
There's
what I mean?
there's something about walking down that hallway in the UFC Apex Center and walking to your fight, and just it's quiet, and you're walking down and you see the cameras and everybody's clapping for you, and you just got out the locker room and you just feel it, man. And I didn't even mean to like start pointing at my hand like my signature. I was just pointing at my son's name because that was my reason to be there, and when you pop through that door, it's just you got to bring that fucking energy. And I just love it, just lights and cameras and just everything's coming at you. And I'm wearing like my blue jersey and you see all the lights go blue. And next time I walk out, it'll be in front of a crowd. And sometimes I think, do I want to be like cool, calm, and collected, or am I just gonna fucking come out like a T-Rex, bro, and just go crazy? You know what I
T-Rex that
mean?
shit.
Yeah.
Damn, that's dope, man. That's dope.
And seeing Pono do it, multiple
Yeah.
times, it's like, okay, like I'm soaking in what he just did because I'm trying to copy what he's doing. You know what I mean? So we're all setting a tone for each other. And hopefully I can set an example for some people too. You
Yeah,
know?
that's how it works. Yeah, you definitely are.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, man. We went
Thank
over
you,
time,
bro.
but we were gonna go over anyways. I already knew we were.
Oh yeah.
So we just want to do the shed the sheep. Let's go.
The slogan is "Shed the Sheep." So on 3, we're gonna look at the cameras and say "Shed the Sheep."
Hold on, before we do that, anything you want to say to the audience? Anything to fighters? Anything you want to say?
Man, the California kid is coming, brother. Just know that Power Slap 13, 14, 15, I will be here. I will be fighting sometime soon. And, once all those pawns move out of the way, it's time for the Kings and the Brooks and all that to start moving. So I'm coming to bring that violence, and it's coming soon, man. It's coming soon.
We appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you,
dude.
thank
We're gonna have you on again. We know we will. So let's do it, man. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Shed the sheep. Howls over Baaz. I'm Jacob Casas.
I'm Rico Savage.
I'm Cat Baby.
Rayden Bombardier.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe,
Press that button.
everybody.
Press that button.
Hit it. And we are out. Peace.